Ruben Pimba, Chivirango. You see, off air we discuss a lot of things, so you always get me smiling, and that is when I get people in studio and they excite me. But of course, every Monday and Friday we take you through sport, and the score is always on your airwaves, 1:30 to 2:30. We come here to digest more into sport, and last Friday we had a gentleman in studio here, Michael, who discussed the tournament, or who highlighted the tournament that was going to happen on Saturday, the Kazi Nzuri tournament. And of course, we asked him to explain whether they'll have prizes to give away after somebody winning or a team winning, and he told us that he confirmed to us that there will be prizes to win and the tournament will be successful. So, on that note, we thought it important to invite him again to come here and discuss the aftermath of the Kazi Nzuri tournament. My name is Ruben. Once again, I'm in the company of Michael, and of course there are two Michaels here actually. There's Sefu Maruwandaga and Michael Balaba. Basaja Balaba. Michael, good to see you.
I'm so humbled to be here.
I just love your shirt. I don't know who the designer is. I don't know where this boutique, but I love the outfit.
Thank you so much.
How have you been?
Very okay.
I can see.
Yes, yes.
Sefuma,
yeah.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
How are you today?
I'm very fine. It is a holy week.
Okay.
Remember, our brothers of the Muslim fraternity began their fasting on the 1st of March. And this time around, just recently, 2 days ago, we had the Ash Wednesday.
Okay.
And the people from the Christian fraternity also started their Lent period. So it is a holy week and a holy month.
Okay.
So it is a frayo. However much it remains a frayo, but we need to all go back to the Almighty.
I was in Jandondo before, after first March, and I wondered the crowd was actually not the crowd I'm used to. And is it because people are fasting? Is it because of Lent period?
Yeah, 100%, because during such a moment, people usually tend to tighten their financial muscles. They tend to think about the Almighty more than anything else. And at times, people never party simply because they are trying to get themselves back to the Almighty. They need to repent. You know, people only have 1 month of repenting.
In a whole year?
In a whole year, in a space of 360 days. Yes, I started on Thursday, and today is my second day.
Okay.
However, in the Christianity side of believing, we fast in a different way.
Okay, so what are you fasting? Is it fene?
No, that is off air.
White, white is the juice.
That will be off air.
Mr. Sajawala, we are glad to host you today, and of course he's here to talk about the aftermath of Kazi Nzuri. We are lucky that we hosted you here last Friday, and I did tell the audience that you will be having a tournament will be in Maokota on Saturday. So share with us the aftermath of the tournament.
Thank you so much, Ruben. I must tell you, the tournament was amazing. We loved everything. Much of what we prepared, I mean, we lived to it. And I must tell you, we enjoyed the tournament. The participants came through, the fans came through, and of course, our partners showed up, and it was really successful.
On the screen, I see a bull. Was it a part of the prizes to be given away?
Yeah, of course. When we hosted me last time, one of the prizes that we discussed was the grand prize of the bull, and we had also to give out the trophies. I talked about the silver trophy, Magida. And also, we did not talk about the trophy for the women, but of course, we also gave a very good trophy for the women. So it was massive. It was so nice. If you came to Maokota, you know, during the event, I must tell you, did not go the same again. I
can look at the trophies. There are two trophies here. There's one with ribbons, then the other one has a Michael on top of it.
Yes.
So explain to us those trophies. Which one went where?
Okay, the one that has a very, very, very nice looking gentleman standing on top of it is a trophy that was given to the men.
It has Mpigi Strong.
Mpigi Strong. Of course, yeah, the winner. We salute and thank those young boys and those young men who really brought this trophy home. The Charlie Football FC. They won the tournament for the boys, and for the women, the other side of the tournament. The other side of the trophy is a trophy that was given to the women, and yes, those young ladies dressed up well. They are the winners of the tournament when it comes to the ladies, and they are coming from Chibuka Memorial.
All right, I can see, of course, on the screen, I can see ladies who are part of, I think, the netball team. if I'm not mistaken. We are part of the Kazi Nzuri. So, Michael, you talked about the trophies. Let's go through the teams that won. I can see you shaking hands with the match officials, of course, and the players who participated in the tournament. But after the tournament, there are so many things to highlight about.
Yes.
The turn up of the people.
Yes.
The officiating of the tournament. Was it at point or at its best?
Yes.
Then you look at the stakeholders who are supposed to be involved. Did they score 100%?
Okay, I must tell you, when it comes to giving you detail of what happened on the grounds, let us start with the stakeholders,
okay,
or the partners who moved with us during this journey. Red Cross Society, you know, of course, they were one of our very good partners, and they showed up. They did a good job, you can see there.
Okay.
They did a good job when it comes to saving.
Did you get people who were injured there? Did you get injuries?
We had a number of them. Of course, it was a hard move. You know, it was a race. Because they were racing. It was not as soft as, you know, many people thought. But it was, much as it was friendly game. These were friendly games. But of course, if you are racing for a trophy, there must be, you know, some hard moves. So, but Red Cross did a good job when it comes to saving lives on the pitch. Now it comes to other partners like Max Media,
Controller.
Of course, Controller was so grounded there. When it comes to the school, our school,
okay,
the City Grammar,
Kampala Why do you say our school? Is it your school?
You know when you get, you must understand this, that scratch my back, I scratch yours.
Okay.
Whoever comes and supports you, it belongs to you this time round. Now, Kampala State Grammar, why I call it our school, because it gave us, you know, the necessary support, so it qualifies to be our school. Okay. Yes, and next time we expect City Kampala State Grammar to come celebrate.
We want to thank Kampala State Grammar for actually coming up to the party, for investing some money, make sure that the tournament happens.
There are some individuals who, you know, I cannot live to mention, you know, when it comes to supporting the event, coming through individually, and also coughing in some, you know, some dime in as far as, you know, supporting this event.
Dime is the language of the Gen Zs. What does dime mean?
When I was here last time,
I come from Buiko. I don't know dime. What is dime, sir?
When I came last time, when you hosted me last time, I came to understand that I was seated next to the Gen Z. Okay. Because he said he was a Gen Z, it was half millennial.
Partially millennial.
Gen Z.
But Michael, I want to also come in here. Some people out there think organizing a championship like this one, a tournament like this one, is something very easy. Tell us some of the challenges you faced as the organizer of the Kazi Nzuri tournament, because we know it cannot be 100% as soft as everybody sees it. Just tell us some of the few challenges that you faced in making sure that this happens and making sure that it ends successfully.
Surely, the tournament had its own, there were minor challenges, I must say. We had a lot of positivity in the tournament because, as I told you in the beginning, that most of the arrangements, most of what we looked up to, I mean, what we envisaged in the tournament, we really met them. But a few challenges, I mean, showed up when it came to maybe a few individuals trying to skydive into different teams not belonging to the, I mean, Abachuba, you know. But we worked it out. And of course, some of the politicians who thought maybe they would maybe use this platform, you know, to maybe echo or maybe to pass on their messages, which is contrary to the agenda. But you realize that this was strictly not political in any way. We only let those politicians who really understood the concept and the whole idea of this. But on a general perspective, we did not have those major challenges. Yeah, maybe some of the injuries that we got on the pitch, the injuries, yes, we did not expect much, but because we had Red Cross and they were so much equipped, we did not, again, it was given attention. So on a scale of 100, I can say we had 85% result
Oh, that is very good. So this is something that took place in Mpigi. For our dear viewers that are really watching, some people may not know where it really happened, but a fan of yours, a fan of Kazi Nzuri, a fan of TIG, down in Buikwe, down in Chadondo, down in Sese, could be from any other part, could be Gomba. When are they going to get this opportunity to also be visited by TIG Network Africa to get a taste of Kazi Nzuri?
Okay, Kazi Nzuri, last time I had to give you a brief about of Kazi Nzuri. That is Swahili, but talks about explanation in English is good work. So we only started from Maokota. I mean, we are looking at spreading the whole of Uganda. So we are yet to, to move to other districts and regions to spread this good news. We only started from Maokota, or Mpigi in particular, but we are yet to move to Masaka, Mokono, and everywhere. TIG Network Africa, if I can let you know, what we stand for is reviving the glory of family, starting with children. And most of our key areas that we are giving attention is to empower families. And we cannot empower family if you do not touch on activities that bring people together in families. And sports is one of those key areas. We are here to celebrate many people, who have served. Don't forget that in Mpigi, as we are carrying on this this event or this tournament, we had on principle we were giving tribute. We were celebrating leaders who gave in their whole to serve the district from lower local government 3 to 5 plus, So we were giving tribute to those people. And I think it made a lot of sense to the natives, to the leaders also, that this is what it means to be a good leader. Maybe once you leave this planet or once you leave the set, they can always celebrate you as a person who added value to the communities.
Talking about Networking Africa, I'm getting to question myself, and I would really love to share this question with you. When you talk about Networking Africa as TIG, do we have any opportunities for the young children from Mpigi to be probably connected to some of the academies around or across Africa? Or do we have any partners from any part of Africa, being that TIG is a network of Africa?
Okay, last year, maybe let me bring this to speed. Last year in January, we made an engagement with a very good team members from Ghana. And if you watch closely, if you followed social media, they were putting us all over. We were hosted on a national broadcaster, Ghana, GBC, and speaking about these values. Of course, it wasn't sports in particular, but we were speaking about values that we stand for. And you don't be surprised that, because we have touched ground, we have a strong bearing in South Africa, a strong bearing in Ghana, and you're yet to see in the Maghreb region. So these are opportunities, and these are indicators that shows you, that we are yet to bring aboard many partners that can really add a lot of value to our people, not only in Maokota, but in Uganda and across board in Africa.
The last time you talked about the core values of the tournament, as I wind up my very many questions, this is the very last one. I remember you talking about PDM, promotion of PDM. You talked about promoting a couple of government programs. And how was that touched when we got down to Maokota on the 1st and 2nd of March?
Okay, when at the climax of the event, when we were crowning the winners of the event, we got an opportunity to speak to the audience, to the masses, and the leaders came through to speak to the masses. And one of the key areas that we did not leave behind was to talk about development programs of government like PDM. There are many youths. If I can tell you, on a scale of 100, we had about a 75% youths attending the event. So meaning that the programs of government like livelihood, youth livelihood, PDM, Emioga, we had a chance to speak about this. And I must tell you that the audience was captured, because it was very easy for us. We were leveraging the platform to speak about this good news of government. So it was a good platform for us. And I must tell you, the media did a lot of great work to spread this good news. You have seen it spread on other media houses. Yes, but it was a very good platform for us to leverage on and spread the good news of government. PDM was on center of our business on that day, as much as it was it was sports.
Okay, that's a good one, Michael. I've seen the president fixed Uganda handing over medals to the winners. Was he the master of ceremony?
No.
Or the chief guest, if I can use that?
No, he was one of the special guests.
Oh, okay.
I must tell you, the president of FICTS in Uganda, Dr. Dean Chibirige.
He's a doctor now.
Yes. You know, the sports fraternity has
You know, I've always had issues discussing the doctorate with the research leaders. One day I will come here and be pronounced the doctor, and he will be like
for me, Michael, forgive my ignorance. I always told Michael that according to me, a doctor is somebody who qualifies in the medical field. So he was telling me about a certain man in Ichitende who actually built a stadium, who has a team called Vipers.
Yes.
That is a doctor.
Yes.
I asked him how did
he was under the doctorate by the
University of Azerbaijan.
Okay. Dr. Dean Chibirige, the president of FICTS in Uganda, did a great job, I must tell you. He came through and officiated the event. He encouraged a lot of youngsters because he's a sportsman for starters.
True.
He's a sportsman, and he supports a lot of sports in Uganda. You know, I'm not very sure if he played football, but what I'm very sure of, at least he played tennis. And he's ever
but
been...
I've always asked him the tennis he played, and I think it was sub-county level.
No, he's played tennis. And,
at what level?
He's going international. I mean, he's done a lot in tennis.
Okay.
He's been a good player of tennis and a leader in tennis still. So he did a great job for, officiating and encouraging the youngsters, because you don't have to miss a point that as much as it was fun, but you also had a moment to encourage and support the youngsters, not only to end there, but to see a great business ahead of them, and not only to play football for just casual football, but it can turn into profession, and they can even earn from it at some high levels.
Okay. You mentioned about your trip to Ghana as TIG Network, and that is I believe that was Accra in Ghana. And I want to ask you this question finally, Michael. As a TIG Network, what are your future plans 2025? What's your agenda 2025?
Okay, as TIG, to give a greater, broader scope of TIG Network and the agenda, because we are centered so much in science and technology, we are looking at culture and cultural values. We're also looking at improved communication among in our families. So we have a very great calendar where, of course, talents as one of our other as one of our key pillars in TIG, talents, MDD and sports. Now we are looking at spreading to the whole of Uganda and beyond, and beyond, following our calendar. We have a lot that we have structured right from schools. If you followed us, last year, we have a program that was moving so much of school to work spaces. And what we do as TIG Network, as much as we have a great plan for the financial year or the financial planning, but of course we also need assessment. At some point, we find ourselves getting into spaces where there is a lot of need for certain or given activities. So we do not plan for ourselves. We plan for the audiences. We do needs assessment, and we go as far as giving purposeful content to the audiences that we serve. But we have a lot but what we do not want to forget or to miss a point is what we stand for is science and technology, culture and cultural values, improved communication among families, and of course talents and MDD sports.
Okay.
Yes.
That's a good insight on the TIG Network Africa. I would actually love to be part of that. How do I apply to be part of, to be a member of TIG Africa?
TIG Network Africa.
Yes.
We have our offices in Kampala and of course our head offices in Mawokota.
Okay.
Yes, that's why last time when you asked me that why did we start from Mawokota, I told you we have a strong bearing in Mawokota.
So do you have a plan of extending it to Wikwe as a network?
A lot, a lot. These are just offices centered in Mawokota and Kampala.
Okay.
But our operational spaces, Uganda and Africa. So Wikwe is in Uganda.
Yeah, true.
So
Michael, final about Kazi Nzuri.
But there is something I've lacked. Michael was still talking about how one applies and how one joins.
By the way, yes. Okay. Let's go.
Do we need to save some money for the application?
It's free entry and free exit.
You see, we wouldn't want you to exit. Yes, once you subscribe to TIG Network, we'd love you to be part of it, because we have 4 segments in TIG Network. We have the Kids Network, we have the Teens Network, the Youth Network, and then the Parents Network. So the cycle goes around from the kids to the teens to the youths and to the parents. So we don't want you to go out, to move out of.
So how do we subscribe?
We have offices, and then we have also our Google Forms that you just go on the internet, you put in TIG Network Africa, you go to our website, www.tignetwork.org, you find our Google Forms, you fill in, you give your full details of who you are, because we don't want fraud. You get in there, give your full details. If you're a kid, we request the parent to support you in terms of registration. If you're an adult, of course you qualify directly. So if you are a kid or a teen, you must be supported, because the Google form has a layout where there is need for the elder to come through and support you in terms of registration.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, that's how you register to the TIG Network Africa. Now, Michael, I want to get the final remarks from you. I want to get your parting shots, Michael.
Thank you so much, The Score, and thank you so much, UBC TV, for giving us the opportunity to come and share with Ugandans, of course, the good news that we have, and also to be a link between us and the audiences that we serve. Thank you so much. And particularly, I want to thank you so much for the Kazi Nzuri, because you started it and you are ending it.
Yeah.
So I want to thank so much the partners who worked with us on the Kazi Nzuri. Yes, and allow me to pick out a few persons and agencies that we worked with during the Kazi Nzuri.
Yeah.
I must tell you, Uganda Police, PG branch, we worked with this, they did a great job giving us security on the 2 pitches in Sami's Training Institute, and of course, PG Police Grounds, the DPC and the whole administration of police in PG, they did a great job. I must thank Kampala City Grammar for being part of the tournament. I want to thank so much those other individuals who came through with Kontola Sports, a lot and more. I mean, men like Kayanja, Nasa, people have really supported, they really supported the event. And I want to thank the teams that participated in this tournament. And I must commend the winners. Thank you for exhibiting high levels of discipline on the pitch, and thank you so much. I must thank the leaders of PG District and PG Town Council for showing up and being very supportive to the event. The whole entire district and the local LOC3, the mayor, and many other leaders who came through to support the event. Councillor Farida, who is aspiring to be the mayor of PG. I mean, there are many who really came through to support the event. I must tell you, we really had a good time during the event. I must thank so much the PR office of UBC, the PR department of UBC. They did a great job branding and being part of this, and the staff, the sports department of UBC. You showed up and you are part of this event. Thank you so much. All the organizers of the event, the people we stood with to organize this. And I want to finalize by thanking TIG Network Africa and the team for being very, very, very kind in this, and seeing that the event comes to pass and being successful.
All right, thank you so much, Michael Balaba, for that insight on what happened or transpired last weekend as Kazi Nzuri took center stage. Then, of course, I want to thank Michael for the questions you have asked the big man.
Yeah.
They are really good questions. So let's go for the short break.
I'm simply waiting for him in the chat room.
Let's go for this short break, Michael. When we get back, we shall talk